Hello and welcome to this webinar about Romeo and Juliet, and we're looking at Juliet in Act 3. We want to understand quotations that reveal her character, that link with the key themes of the play, and also to be able to analyse them using subject terminology. The first quotation for Act 3 is where Juliet has been told that her husband has just killed her cousin. She was only married that very afternoon, and she's just realised that she can't trust him fully. She says this: "O serpent heart, hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical." We can see here the anger, the disgust, and the fury of Juliet as she realises that her husband is no less than a murderer. We can also understand the context of family honour. It's her cousin. He's the oldest male in the household, and he has been slaughtered in a street brawl. This also links with this idea of betrayal. She feels at this point that she hasn't really been able to understand fully her husband, and also the fact that he's a Montague and the fact that he has murdered her own kinsman calls into question his identity once again. In terms of subject terminology, the exclamatory sentences, you can see 3 exclamation marks in just 3 lines, shows that sense of volcanic rage. The alliteration, flowering face, is very much about the appearance of Romeo, who looks stunning, angelic, and the reality of his cruel serpent heart. We can also see with the antithesis and oxymoron, beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, the confusion that she feels of her husband and the fact that he is someone who is double-faced, double-minded and duplicitous. The allusion to a dragon, this mythical allusion, and the question suggests that there's a beast inside him, a dragon that's been awakened. And because dragons often go for young maidens, it could perhaps indicate her feeling of being exploited. That's her initial reaction when she's told. However, by the end of that scene, she understands that she must forgive her husband. If she speaks badly against her husband, then really there's no future for their relationship. The next scene is where she has been told by her father that instead of having an arranged marriage, she's having an enforced marriage. There's no way that her father will change his mind. Her mother has ignored her. And in this quotation, Juliet begs the nurse for advice. She says this: "Comfort me, counsel me, alack, alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself." Instead of the rage and the fury that we see in Act 3, Scene 2, we see a helpless desperation. She's looking for help. She's looking for answers and advice, and her options seem very limited. When she talks about the stratagems against a subject as herself, this links with the idea of fate. She feels as if she's doomed. She feels as if her luck is running out and heaven is conspiring against her. This links with ideas of conflict, where we have counsel me, comfort me, where so many issues and problems arise that need to be overcome, but also this idea of secrecy. Because she's married in secret, her father doesn't understand why the enforced marriage is absolutely horrific for her. When we think about subject terminology, we can see that she's saying, counsel me, comfort me. These imperatives show how dependent she is. The alack, alack interjection, so her hopelessness. And the fact that she's talking about heaven instead of God and fate shows that she feels as if everything has turned against her. She has no options and she's looking for help. This is very different to the angry, furious and enraged Juliet that we had at the beginning of Act 3. I hope that's helped you understand Juliet in Act 3. Thank you for joining me, and see you next time.